All of you welcome. So today how discussing of your three-dimensional viewing. The last video how to discussing of your three-dimensional transformations. According to three-dimensional transformations, when how to represent any object as a three dimensions can providing of your three axes, one of your x, one of your y, one of your z. So according to this, any one of your 3D object can providing of some transformations like as translation, scaling, reflection, rotation and sharing. So this concept can discussing of your last video. So today I am discussing of your three-dimensional viewing. So when how to show up the any one of your the 3D object can prepared by your computers, and according to the computers can providing of your only as a two dimensions. How can a representation of your one more of direction? So one more of direction మనం ఇక్కడ ఏ విధంగా represent చేసుకుంటాం. In generally the computers will be generating of the view of the three dimensions. The sense of the somewhat unlocks the process of your involved in the taking of your photograph. When how to capture the any one of your image according to your camera, that camera can providing of your three dimensions. So three dimensions are maybe three views. So one of your top view and one more of your side view and one more of your front view. So the always the front view can show off your always the front view can show off your in our z axis and the remaining of your two axis. So one how indicating of your side view can providing of your x axis. So it is of your x axis and it is of your y axis and it is of your z axis. For according to the three directions can show off your any one of your object as a third dimensions. So that will be providing of your viewing concepts. So according to the viewing concepts can providing of your some sequence. According to the sequence can defining of your the viewing pipeline. So in generally the processing steps for the modeling and converting a world coordinate for the description of the sense to a device coordinates. So once if we can selection of the any one of your 3D object, that object maybe can providing the rectangle and that object can providing the any one of your physical object like as computer devices, mouse, speakers or whatever may be. So each and every device also can providing of your three dimension of objects for the taking of your real environment for the taking the any one of your physical components. So that physical components how can make sure can visible on your system. So that is a concept of can that is a processing can providing of your the viewing pipeline. So first you have to consideration of your any one of the object can providing with the one modeling base. That modeling base can providing of your modeling transformations. So according to your object, what is the maximum providing of your coordinate values according to your view directions, that is can providing of your modeling transformations. So once if we can getting of your view transformations according to the viewing transformations can providing of your what is the direction should be indicating of your this one is. So either maybe can providing of your z axis can providing the view direction or maybe x axis can providing the view axis and y axis can also y direction is also can providing of your view direction. So that view can providing with the any one of your object can providing of your some transformations. Why? Because the 3D objects can providing of your 8 shades. So according to the 8 shades can visible on the any one upside can providing of your only 3 formations that you can providing of that axis. So according to the view can providing the one projection area. So these projection area can indicating of your either maybe parallel projections or maybe normal projections. So parallel projection is nothing but is at a time can see of your the two of maybe three dimensions in our same view. So either sir ఒక object మనం once you have selection of the any one of your object, that object may be considered the same of the parallels or maybe same of the axis or maybe same of the views, that will be indicating of your parallel projections. That projection can indicating of this one is, and once if you cannot visible on the any one of your viewport area according to your object, that may be can providing of your clipping of operations. That clipping of operations can below of your normalized view coordinates. So what how to possible can see the object, that object will be indicating of your normalized transformations, and what object area you have not visible, that will be taking of your clipping area. And also can providing of the view transformations. According the view transformations can depends on your device coordinates. So what is the maximum coordinates can providing your device, and what is the center coordinate of your device. So that based on can providing of your view transformations. So first, how can constructing of your modeling transformations. So construct the shape of individual objects in the sense within the modeling coordinate and the place of object into the appropriate positions within the same sense. So what, how to shape of your object. For example, how to consideration of your mouse. So mouse can indicating of your how many of the shades. So it is can providing of their objects formation. So that mouse can containing of your two top of the view. The top of the view can providing with the two buttons, and middle of the place can show of your one wheel bar. And sides of the button, left side car or maybe right sides. So they can providing of only the plate formations. So according to the any one of object for the providing of a 3D cube. So that 3D cube can providing of a equal size for the providing of a according to this any one of the directions. So that can be indicating of a modeling transformation. So first how to constructing of your the shape of your individual objects. So what, how to selection the objects, that object will be taking of your that one, that coordinates will be representation of your position of your object. The second one is view transformations. The world coordinates positions are converted into the view coordinate. So according to this globe can seeing of your infinity locations, but according to the infinity area, what is the possible can providing the view area, that can providing of your view transformations. And the one more of your the projection transformations. So again converting the view coordinate descriptions of the your sense to the coordinate the positions on your projection plane, that according to the projection plane can providing of your either maybe normal projections or maybe parallel projections or maybe perspective projections, what, how to providing of your projection of areas. And the fourth one is the projection plane, how to will be mapped into the normalized coordinates and how to taking of your output devices. So what, how to view the your projection areas, that projection area can providing with the your normalized view coordinate area, and according to the normalized view coordinates is depends on so your device coordinates for the taking of your output devices అన్నమాట. అవుట్పుట్ డివైజెస్ ఇక్కడ మనకి కన్సర్న్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. And how can specify the view coordinate into the your coordinate systems. So according to can a representation of your any three dimensions of objects. So the first, how to pick the for the world coordinate positions called by as a view reference points. So whatever, how to providing of your the maximum of areas. So what is the maximum area, how to consider of your z axis, and what is the maximum area converting of your x axis, and what is the maximum converting of your y axis. So each and every viewport, so according to the viewport can providing the coordinate, that will be representation of your point area is equal to what is the concern of your x value, and what is the concern of your y value, and what is the concern of your z value. So according to the three can providing with the one coordinate, that coordinate are nothing but it is view reference point, and P0 is a point where has a camera is located. So what can indicating the view started of area. This started of area can indicating the your direction of your camera position. So camera position is nothing but it is they can visible the object according to their world coordinates. So world coordinate based on they can view of the any one of your object. So according to the we can handle by the any one of your object in case you are taking of your mobile. So according to the mobile, how to pick their hand, automatically the hand will be covering of your so many of the areas, but according to so many of area we can start with the one point, that point is nothing but it is view reference point, that point if you can located by your camera sense. The view reference point is often the chosen to be close or maybe surface on the same object, or maybe at the center of your group of your objects. So what, how to concern of your object areas, or maybe object different of objects, that different objects can providing with the one point area, that point area if you can providing with the one surface nothing but is area. So what, how to concern that for area, that area can indicating of your screen formation, that will be shown on your screen. And according to your point area can visible on your three dimensions. So x view area and z view area as well as y view area according to your viewpoint area. In this viewpoint area can providing with your camera positions or maybe eye direction. So what, how to indicating of your eye direction, that eye direction can indicating of your format. So a format will be indicated on. And one more of your concept is the transformations from your world to view coordinates. So according to the world coordinates can providing of your infinity formations that can indicating of your what is the maximum how to providing the view directions. So according to this view direction can providing of your eye distance. So in the straight can visible of your maximum of your 500 meters. According to 500 meters is not can possible can a representation of your object. That object can providing with the allocating of your area. Based on the allocating of area can providing with the some coordinates. That coordinates are nothing but it is view coordinates. So according to this view pipeline concept, they can once if we can choose of the any one of your object, that object can indicating the one defined of the predefined of the shape. So what is the cube shape and what is the mobile shape, what is the mouse shape and what is the computer shape. They can providing of your the predefined of your modeling shape. So once if you can selection of the any one of your the object shape, they can before the object description can be projected on the view plan, they must be transferred into the view coordinates. So ఏదైతే once if you can selection of your object, that object must be can providing of your one projection area. So according the projection area can provided by your view plane. So once if you can getting of your view plane, that must be transferred through as a view coordinates. The world coordinate portions are converted into the view coordinates, so they are possible to can allocating of your this one. So I have take the one paper, that paper I can place it on the one pinpoint. I can choose of for a paper, that A4 paper, that A4 paper I can choose the one point area. So or maybe one line, one drawing of line. So that line is must be can providing of your within a single part of your paper. So that single part of the paper is nothing but is view area. The entire paper measurements can providing of your world coordinates. So one more of your projection areas. So according the projection areas, so what how to representation of your object. So according to your directions. So convert the view coordinate as a description on the sense to the coordinate positions on your projection plane. So what how to indicating of your shape viewing. So that shape viewing can providing of your 2 axis or maybe 3 axis. In case the 3 axis can providing of your projection. In the viewing of the 3D objects on a 2D displays, the require mapping from your 3D to 2D. So once you have to place down any one of your 3D object according to your screen or according to your mobile, then automatically if you can converting to the 2D displays or maybe 2D axis, the sense will be converting of your like I say 3D formations. For example, how to indicating of your the viewing transformation of object. So the object once you have choose of this object can providing of your some dark area. So that is of your dark area. This of your dark area. So this dark area can providing of your some depth part according to this depth part. So this depth part is also considered of your 3 dimension of axis. So it is also one axis and it is also one more of our axis. And so according to these formations, they can providing of your the different of our actions. So once if you can selection of your area point, so according to this I can choose of this area. So it is of your x direction and it is of your y direction and it is of your z directions. So that z direction can providing of your one projection area. That projection area can defining and they can adjustment of your according to your 2D sense formations. The projectors are lined from your center projection through the each point and objects. So the center projection is nothing but is reference of point. So what is the based on your center point or maybe center projection according to your screen. So that screen can indicating of what is the base of the point and the resulting of the projection projecting an object is dependent of the special relationship among the projection areas of the view plane. So what how to concern the view area, that view area can indicating of your the providing of your plane. So that plane can producing of your what is the maximum of your the projection area. So once if you can indicating of your any one of the torch, so the torch will be indicating of your some distance only. So once the torch can reflecting of your any one of the hard objects, so the light beam are not passing of your throughout the hard objects. So once if we can releasing of your hard object is nothing but covering or maybe we cannot passing of your light waves. So any one of your object, it is not passing with any one of your transformation of lines or maybe beams, that will be indicating of your hard objects. That hard object, if you can opposite of your light directions, automatically the light backsides or maybe hard object backside can providing of your dark area. It is not passing of your projection, you cannot passing of your line formations. But according to this, once if we can providing the any one of your torch, the torch will be indicating of your the light sends to the increasing of your light beams. So they have to providing of it is a torch light, and this is the center of your torch light point. Once the torch will be on, they can providing of your the difference of your the distance, so they can covering of these areas. And these areas can reflecting of your any one of the hard object. That hard object they are not passing of your lines, so they have stopping of sense. And moreover, if you can passing the lines according to your object, the object is also can providing of your same length formations. So whatever this one is length will be incremented of your next one, next one, next one, and the same length will be indicating of an incremented of the position. So this projection is nothing but it is projector formation. And the projection is also can classified into the two types, one of your parallel projections and one more of your perspective projections. So parallel projections are nothing but it is the coordinate positions are transferred into the view plane along with the parallel lines. So what is the indicating of for passing their line length or maybe light formation of the waves. So same how to passing with the each and every area. So it is nothing but is parallel projections. So once if we can providing of your any one of your the sense will be passing of your what is the height and what is the width. There will be same equivalence can passing with the all the areas. For example, you are taking of your laser light point. So that laser light point, if you can providing with the at a only point light areas, so that will be indicating of your parallel projections. And one more of your perspective projections. The perspective projections are nothing but it is, so once if you can any one of your object portions are transferred into the view plane along with the converting to the projection reference point. So once if you can selection of the any one of your objects, so that object if you can concern with the one position area. So according the position area can be transferred to the your view plane, and this view plane have to coverage the projection reference point. So they have to take off your this one is. So here is can providing of your the projection of your light. They can indicating the your position of the your transformation of your object, and this position of transformation object should be indicating of your this formations. So it is concept of your the perspective projection. సో మనకి ఏమవుతుంది పర్స్పెక్టివ్ పొజిషన్గా మనము కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటాం అన్నమాట. అండ్ ద వన్ మోర్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ they can also providing the projections according to this view directions. According to this view directions, the view directions can providing of your some normal area that can will be reflecting on your the shape of your object formation. According to the eye focus can indicating of your can increment of your their line formations. So this one is, so it is of your perspective projection. It is of your perspective projections. And parallel projections are all equal formations. They have to providing of your the number of your poles. These poles can indicating of your equal formations according to this your eye directions, but they are can providing of your the different of your shapes, different of your shape. So these different of shapes is nothing but this perspection of your projection, and this one is nothing but is parallel projections. So all the poles are taking of your a sequence formations. There is no reflecting of your in behind of the poles. So they can view only as a four poles only. But according to this object or according to this building can providing of your so many of the poles, but these poles are not visible. So that will be indicating of your parallel projections. And the final of your the planar geometric projections. So once if you can choose the any one of your 3D objects, either if you can view by the parallel projections or maybe perspective projections, they can providing of your some of your concept, some of your projection areas. So parallel projections if you can providing of your oblique and as well as orthographic projections. So oblique nothing but it is they can providing the object can providing of your cave linear and as well as cabinet formation. So if you can taking of your any one of the object or maybe any one of the vehicle, that vehicle can providing of your what is the front area and what is the top area and what is the right areas. So they can providing of sense. So according to the area should be covering of your 1 to 1, that is can providing of your oblique. And one more of your orthographic is nothing but they can providing of your more the one more of directions, so top, front and side. They can also providing of your one more of your other areas or other directions, that will be indicating of your orthographic areas. And one more of your perspectives. So the perspective can providing of your only 3 points, the what is the first point and what is the second point and what is the third point. These 3 points are indicating of your perspective projections. So these are the concept we can discussing of your three-dimensional viewing concepts. And three-dimensional of concepts you have to learn or have to understanding before that you know of your 3D transformations. So without know of the 3D transformations or not understanding of your this viewing area concepts. Okay. Okay, thank you.